Memphis, Tennessee, but Terrell Bernard is down again. This is the second time that he's been down today. Told you he suffered the left pectoral strain against Miami. AJ reported he was evaluated for a head injury earlier today.
Yeah, he got hit earlier a couple times. Here he comes on a dog right up the middle. Can't really see what happens.
Just get in the way.
Just keep running. I'll use you. Be my shield running down the field. You see this coming downhill right at you. Ray Davis breaks the tackle at the line of scrimmage, stays on his feet. And there's Mac Hollins. Just get in the way. You don't got to block nobody. Just get in the way. Just rush them enough for me to power my way into the end zone. Great run by Ray Davis.
Jason, you played with Mac Hollins, and ever since he arrived here in Buffalo, his spirit has seemed to have energized this offense.
One of the best guys I've been around as far as his locker room presence. Just being a teammate, was a captain with him in Miami. He's a guy that just loves football, and it's infectious. He walks around with no shoes on anywhere he can, and guys love him. They love to be teammates with him. A lot of what Tiki's saying, he does the little things. He shows up on special teams. He makes the block at the top of the screen right there at the point of attack, and then he keeps on chasing the play. He wants Ray Davis to score just as much as Ray Davis wants to get in the end zone, and he's the first guy to celebrate with you when you make a play. This is what's fun for a football team. You've been on the road, you come back home, slow start to the game, and then you come out in the second half and put up 34 unanswered points. It's a huge game for these Bills, and their fans know it, as you can hear.
What did he say to us when we first came out on the field at practice? They called him, hey, we need Mac. He said, must be an inside zone.
He understands his role, and he accepts it.
Right. Did you ever get used to the no shoes thing?
Absolutely not. Walking around with the bottom of his feet black, that was not anything that I ever entertained.
What's going on, YouTube Bills Mafia football fans out there? It's Coffee back at it, man. A dominant win by the Bills. Some are calling it a sloppy game, man. I don't really say so, though. I say it was a strong W, man. Let me know what you think. But a couple clips there I shared in the beginning, man. The defense, the injury bug. Like, can we just ever catch a break, man? As last year in the playoffs, going into that game against Kansas City, the defense being depleted by injury to the point we were going off and getting guys off the couch, that had been out of the league pretty much like retired, you know what I mean? Because they were familiar with the defense like year after year. All teams go through with injuries and whatnot, but it just feels like since this Super Bowl window has been open and the Bills have been, a contender, year in and year out, the defense just gets banged up in like a whole nother way that is just like, are we cursed? You know what I mean? As like even before the season kicked off, losing Milano, who we lost in that jet lag London game last year, and then he gets hurt in camp this year. Will he be able to return? Like, I hope so, man. That dude is an amazing player. But here we see Bernard going down 2 times in the same game. First, a head injury. He comes back out, and then in that clip, I guess he was stepped on. And it's just like, man, I hope Bernard is okay. Key contributor on defense. Like, when he's not there, you feel it, man. Like, that dude is all over the place. Just amazing playmaking ability. And it's just like, damn, you know what I mean? Like, can we catch a break? And then the other clip there, just Mac Hollins, a role player with the Bills, a veteran, I guess you would call journeyman wide receiver. And you heard the 2 dudes in the booth. What was it, McCourty and Barber, both talking about playing with him, or did they both play with him? One of them did. They just were saying he's an amazing teammate. I don't know the no shoes thing. Like, I don't get it or whatever. But you seen him coming up big on that play, blocking. And you heard him, like, he understands his role with the squad. He's a team player. He's a veteran presence in the locker room. He's a great addition to the team in that capacity, where he helps elevate the morale of the team, and he just brings a lot more than what we see out on the field. You know what I mean? I don't know. I've heard some fans complaining about his drop passes or whatever, but I don't know. I just thought that was interesting to hear them speaking about him in that way. You know, dudes who played with him or in the league with him, you know. But speaking of the offense and everything, another clip that I couldn't find that I wanted to share was them speaking of what you see. I shared a tweet that someone shared about how moving everyone down a notch on the depth chart with the addition of Amari Cooper and what he brought to the team. Like offensively, it just opened things up on another level, man. And it was, you saw it, you felt it, and how dope was it for him to get that touchdown in his debut with the Bills. Didn't put up like crazy numbers, but good numbers, right? I think 4 receptions for 60 or 60-something yards and a touchdown. Josh Allen eclipsing the 300 mark. 323 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, and still no INTs at this point, man, in the season. And how about that, man? We don't hear much about that. Ain't that something? Like within the NFL media, the sports world, like when Josh is throwing picks and everything, right? You hear it all the time, but at this point in the season, no INTs. Bills are 5-2. You don't hear much about it. It's pretty crazy to me, man. But on the season so far, 1,160 yards, 10 TDs, no picks, 106.8 passer rating. And what was his, how many attempts today? 21 of 33. So like Josh just continues to do the damn thing, man. Bills are looking great. I'm happy. You know what I mean? Like I said, I see some people talking about ugly game, this, that, and the third. I mean, I guess we got to a slow start, but once, you know, we got going, that was it, man. And I mean, this is a game we clearly should have won. We're the better team. Tennessee ain't about ish, no disrespect to Titans fans. And Mason Rudolph was a dude that obviously, you know, is not their starter. Their typical starter got hurt. I guess they wanted a shoulder injury or whatever. I don't know. This was something that was like announced very late in the week, but they couldn't fluck with us, even with the slow start, even with everything, the momentum that they did have going. You know what I mean? Mason Rudolph did okay, 215 yards, a pick, and a touchdown, but a big momentum shifter. You can always count on a guy like Rudolph, who's just not that good of a QB, to when he fumbled that snap and we got a turnover, we recovered it and we got no points off that. But still, at the end of the day, you heard what it was. However, unanswered points. Once things got going for the Bills, that was it. No one was flunking with us, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I think this is a big game, huge W. Things got again to a slow start, but it was huge offensively with Cooper joining the ranks of our wide receiver corps. Like, I'm turned up for this. This is just the beginning, I think, of this offense. You know, we're coming into an interesting stretch of the season here, schedule-wise. We got Seattle next week, then the Dolphins, Colts, and then the Chiefs. Huge stretch in the schedule here. You know what I mean? I'm excited for it, and I like what I saw from Cooper and the way the offense shifted into him being on the team and the way it opened things up. Like, this is huge, man. I'm excited, you know, and I thought I heard a lot of the Bills fans going, cool, brother. So, you know, like, it's dope, man. It's dope. I'm happy. I'm happy with the win. I'm happy with where the Bills are at this point. Like I said, things just getting going for the offense. Sky's the limit. I'm super turned up about that. Unfortunately, I don't know, like I was saying, Bernard, the injury bug, hopefully he ends up being okay. But everyone, hit the comments with your thoughts. Bills fans, football fans, period. Let's talk about it. Go Bills.